So Dean, if we'd have said to you playoff final when we did that first ever interview back in October, what would have been your response? Were you still harbouring hopes of a top two at that stage, or given what you inherited, would it have been an achievement?
When I first took over, I'd have been targeting top two, that's for sure. If you'd have asked me again in February, I'd have ripped your hand off. That's just my perceptions of Aston Villa before I came in here. I believe they're, a top two team in this league. Minimum is a top six. But things happen during the season. We've had the injuries to Axel, Chesney, Jack Grealish, big players at wrong times for us really, and which affected our performances and results. And until they came back, our results took a bit of a hit.
You've always exuded cool, calm, collected, whether it be that week we lost to Brentford and Albion, or whether it's the week we complete the 10-game winning run. What's the secret to that?
I think taking games in isolation and for what they are. I try not to take the game home. The players, I've got to give them every credit. They've all gone out and tried in every game. There's only one game I can honestly say I was really, really disappointed in them, and that was Wigan away. That was probably the game where I went home and I wasn't calm, collected. Apart from that, we've had performances. They've tried. Some games we've deserved to win and haven't won. Some games we've won games where probably haven't deserved to win. But they've performed. They take on information really well. But they've also got a skill set and a quality where their individual bits of brilliance can win games as well.
Even through the drama of the playoffs, you've remained and been calm, as we said. Did you get a chance eventually when you went home to look back at that Albion game and have a glass of red or anything?
I had a glass of red, but that was about all I had. I didn't over-celebrate, simply because for me it's job not done yet. It was a two-legged affair that we had to get through to have it still stand a chance of getting promoted. I was pleased that we went and played against West Bromwich Albion. 2 games, dominated them, 70% possession, 49 shots to their 10, I think it was. More corners, more entries into the attacking third, everything that you'd want in a two-legged affair. Unfortunately, they were very resolute defensively and made it difficult, and we didn't take the good chances that came our way. But we're very prepared for penalties as well. And I've got to give great credit to the rest of the coaching staff. Their attention to detail has been second to none, and the performance team, the analysts, everybody together, we knew what we was doing when we got to penalties, and that's why we allowed ourselves to be confident.
What is it about this club in the space of a year? It can lose a playoff final, go through all the turmoil of last summer, look destined for a mid-table finish, but still somehow make it and be in with a shot.
Well, credit to these players, they don't know when they've got beat. We've been in situations where we should have got beat. Sheffield Wednesday away comes to mind, 1-1 hanging on. But the lads found a way through the last 10 minutes and got the win, and then to follow that up at Rotherham, be a goal down to 10 men and turn that round to win 2-1. There's an awful lot of team spirit in there, an awful lot of character, mixed in with experience and young enthusiasm, and the application from the players has been tremendous.
Would it be typical Aston Villa, the way we've done it, if we managed to get there on Monday?
I don't know if it'd be typical Aston Villa, but I'd certainly be celebrating if it was the way we did it. I think we deserve to do it the way we've played over the last 3 months. I think we've been exceptional. I think we're the form team. I think we've had momentum going with us. Never say die attitude, a connection between all the players, the staff, the supporters. And when you've got that sort of thing that gathers pace, it's like that snowball that's running down the hill and just gathering as it goes, and that's how I feel this run has been for us.
We know you do your thinking on your morning dog walks. What's popped into your head over the last 10 days?
Make sure I apply the factor 50 because it's been a lot warmer. But no, I mean, picking the team, it's you've got to pick 18 players who are going to go and perform on that day, and how to get the best out of them. I think any manager will agree that the thing that's never far from their mind is that people that you've got to leave upset and leave out. Never an easy job. Pinnacle of players' careers. He's sometimes playing at Wembley, and we're going there, and unfortunately some players will have to miss out.
It was great to have Nassif and Wes in attendance at the home semi-final. Have you had a chance to catch up with them since we've made it to Wembley?
I haven't since, no. I'm guessing that certainly Nassif, I think he's going to be there. I'm not sure about Wes because he's got some big playoff games with the Bucks at the moment as well. I think they're tied at the moment with Toronto, with the Raptors. So there's some interesting games there for them to get through to the NBA final.
Got a great relationship with Jack. You know him well. Is there an element of you that will take great pride in seeing him lead the team out?
Yeah, certainly will. I mean, you know, you can have a perception of people before you come somewhere, and you know, I didn't really know Jack, but I've always admired, you know, his football and how he plays. I've always thought that I could help him as a coach, and you know, as a mentor as well, so to speak. And you know, I think that we've got a great understanding of each other, of what I expect of him. And as I've said before, I had no qualms about giving him the captaincy, and I think he's relished the responsibility of that. I think he was ready for it as well, and his performances have gone and shown that. You know, his assists, his goals, but also his performances have been tremendous. And you know, he's a likeable lad around the place. You won't hear a staff member say a bad word about him. I wouldn't say he's the first one in because he's not really a morning person, but he's certainly the last one out.
And in this fixture, it's actually the head coach that leads the team onto the field. Have you thought about that moment, and how proud will it be for you and your family? Yeah,
I've thought about it. I think the pride will be for my family rather than myself, because you know, I'll be just wanting the game to start, in all honesty, and getting out there and making sure you'll know in the first couple of minutes whether your team are performing, and whether they need words from me from the side. I'm hoping they don't, and with what we've had in the build-up so far, I don't expect them to need an awful lot from me.
And just lastly, is it possible to put into words just how important this match is for this football club?
No, it's very important. We all know, you know, the riches at the end of it. It's the richest game in football, so to speak. You know, but there's two ways it can go. You can be a Premier League team next season, and with the backing that we have with our owners, then the potential for this football club is massive. But there's the side where, you know, the bounce of the ball, a referee's decision, a mistake can end up with you losing the game and you're a championship team again. And then the restrictions, you know, financially with the EFL make it, you know, a more difficult season next year.
Cheers, Dean. All the very best.
Cheers. Thank you.